Welcome to Alan Berry Reports TV. I'm your host, Alan Berry Labucan from AlanBerryReports.com. Today we have a new installment of our In the News show. This is our show where we talk about resource companies with recent developments. On today's show we have three companies to talk about. One of those companies is involved with silver, and the other two are focused on gold. So we have a lot to talk about regarding those companies and their recent developments. Before we get started, we always like to begin with our thank yous. First of all, we use YouTube.com and Ustream.tv to produce and broadcast these shows. Our primary website that we use now is YouTube, and both YouTube and Ustream are really great if anybody's interested in doing online shows. Really easy to use, and they're quite powerful websites. And then if you're watching this show on our website, you'll notice to the left and to the right of me that we have banners on our website. Those banner sponsors are really important in us being able to bring these shows to you. And if you want to do some homework on those companies, you just click on their banners. That'll take you to their websites where they got plenty of information about their projects and their work, and great place to do your homework. And of course, we always like to thank you, the viewers. If you didn't show up, we wouldn't have a reason to do the shows, and you provide us an opportunity to do something we really enjoy, which is trying to talk about, have an audience to talk to about what's going on with commodities and resource stocks. And so, thanks again for tuning in. We'll get right to it. The first company we're going to talk about today is Extore Gold Mines. Extore, I'll go over the disclosure first. We're not shareholders of the company. They are a banner sponsor on our website, and if you'd like to do some research on them, again, you just click on their banner. That'll take you to their website where they have all their news and plenty of other information about their projects, and it's a really great place for you to go and start your homework. And the past coverage we've had on them, we started coverage of them on April the 28th, 2010. That was our 28th edition. We also had them on our Ustream channel. You can look for the September 9th and the August 8th shows. And then we had them on our YouTube channel as well. You can find the links above me for our channels on YouTube and Ustream. On the YouTube, you'd look for April 21st and October the 28th. Their website is extore.com. That's EXTOR. Sorry, got the wrong website up here. Yes, it's definitely Extore. Just bear with me while I punch this up. It's extore.com. That's EXTORRE.com. I now have the correct website up, and we're looking. They actually had three press releases out of late that we're going to talk about. The first one, if you go to their company news section on their website, the first one we're looking for is the December 6th press release. The headline from that one is Extore discovers new silver-rich vein at Sierra Morro project. They go on that they announced they reported assay results from the first 6 diamond drill holes completed on the new silver-rich Lucia vein at Sierra Morro in Santa Cruz Province, Argentina. The vein is a new discovery located approximately 10 kilometers northeast of the high-grade Escondida vein, Escondida zone. The target structure at Lucia is over 2.5 kilometers long, or 1.6 miles, on the basis of geophysical data. At surface, it consists of poorly outcropping quartz Delaria vein stockwork zone that strikes northwest-southeast, a trend common to the majority of the high-grade veins on the property. The initial drill results, and then they had a couple of holes there. For example, one hole had a 5.15 meter intersection of 5.9 grams per ton gold plus 1,083 grams per ton silver. They had another hole with an intersection of 0.4 meters at 5.1 grams per ton gold and 1,247 grams per ton silver. They have a quote in there from Bryce Roxburgh, who is the co-chairman of Exstory, and he stated, and I quote, "The discovery of a second silver-dominant vein in the northern sector of the Cerro Moro vein field, Gabriela was the first, has significant implications for the project. Historically, 40% of the project value lies with silver. Yet, with increasing silver prices and the identification of additional silver-dominant veins, Cerro Moro has the potential to transition to a silver-dominant deposit. The intersection of bonanza silver and gold values within the intercept quoted above for the first hole, MD 998 of 0.45 meters at 51.8 grams per ton gold and 10,000 grams per ton silver, or 234 grams of gold equivalent, clearly supports drill testing the entire length of the Lucia target to test for Escondida-style bonanza shoots. In a separate news release, we will provide an update on drill results from the other veins being drilled on the property." End quote. And so then they have a table with all the various different drill holes on the website, and you can find a long section and a plan map on attached to that website. That'll give you some ideas of what they're doing from a top-down view of the plan, and then the long section helps you get an idea of what's happening at depth with their drilling. And so that can all be found on attached on the press release on the website. So then I'm going to click back and go to the next news release, which was on December the 8th. In that one, the headline is Exstory initiates pre-feasibility study at Cerro Moro. They go on that they engaged GR Engineering Services of Perth, Australia, an internationally recognized engineering firm, to carry out the pre-feasibility study on its Cerro Moro gold-silver project in Santa Cruz Province, Argentina. The PFS is expected to be completed to a standard that will allow the Exstory board to make a development decision. Then they have more details about some of the key information that they're looking to include and analyze in this pre-feasibility study. Again, you can find that on their website. They have a quote from Eric Roth, who is Exstory's CEO, and he said, and I quote, "GRES is well suited to perform the Cerro Moro PFS, and importantly has undertaken to complete the study within 6 months. The level of engineering requested by Exstory is to a level that will enable the project to proceed directly to a construction decision and detailed engineering. As Exstory has already submitted an environmental impact assessment report to provincial authorities, the board is optimistic that a decision to proceed with commercial development could be made by June the 30th, 2011. End quote. And so, you know, they got some good information in there about this pre-feasibility study leading towards a development decision, which we're quite excited to hear more about. And so you can find that all on the December 8th press release on the company's website. And then on December the 14th, company's been really busy of late. On December 14th, just a couple days ago, they had another press release out, and I'm just waiting for it to load here. Probably my computer's running a little bit slow. And what we're looking for is the headline from that December 14th news release is Exstory reports high-grade gold-silver drill intercepts from the Cerro Moro project. They go on that they reported assay results from its ongoing drilling program at the Cerro Moro project in Santa Cruz Province, Argentina. Recent drilling has focused on a combination of discovery drilling on new targets and extensions to known mineralization, and infill drilling on existing resource areas. In addition, drilling for infrastructure purposes has also been conducted. So they're really getting at it in a lot of different directions there, as they note in that press release. they're going for extending the known resource areas, looking for new discovery areas, and then doing some of the detailed technical drilling to for infrastructure purposes. So they're going at it in all directions, and then they also go on. Results from the Discovery Diamond Drill program on the Gabriela, Escondida, Martina, and Loma Escondida zones have been received. 12 drill holes have been returned. Significant results of which 5 holes return the following intercepts. Then they go into some of the details about the intercepts. For example, one hole had a 4.4 meter intersection of 5.4 grams per ton gold and 668 grams per ton silver. It's getting a really nice combination in there of gold and silver grades. And then they've got plenty more details. They've got a quote in there and a table with all the drill hole intersections. They give you some good details about the work that they're doing on all the various different discoveries and advancements of those discovery projects. And so that's all on the website. And in addition to, in that December 14th press release, they have maps attached, so you can get, again, that overview of what their drilling is doing and the targets that they're chasing, and then what things are looking like at depth when they're doing the drilling. So that's all the key information from the website. The reasons that we follow Extory so closely, we in fact started following Extory's Cerro Moro project before Extory even existed. This project formerly belonged to Exeter, another company from our reports, and Exeter spun out the Cerro Moro project and created Extory. And then Exeter has been moving on to develop and work on and evaluate their project in Chile. And so this Cerro Moro project was a really exciting project that we were following because of the high grade intersections and the mineralization being so close to surface. That's a really good combination. When you can get high grade close to surface, it can bring down your capital development cost and your operating expenses, and this is a very good scenario for a mining operation. And so now since we've been following them for the last year and a half, 2 years or so, this Cerro Moro project, they're quickly advancing it. Now they're in fact doing the work to make a development decision. And so the drilling has led them towards that direction, and it's definitely looking like they're developing a really a good situation and a high possibility of a future mine on the Cerro Moro project. So we're looking forward to the future news. They're going to have they've got plenty of work going on and should have plenty of news in the future. So again, best place to start your homework, as we always recommend you take a look at their website. Again, that's Extorre, EXTORRE.com, where you can find all their press releases and plenty of information about the company. Second company we're going to talk about today is Queenston Mining. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. Our past coverage, we've had them on our YouTube channel. You would look for the September 29th and the October 26th shows. Their website is queenston.ca. That's QUEENSTON.ca. I'm just pulling it up here right now. And on their website, we're looking for their most recent news, which was on November the 30th. And the headlines from that is Queenston intersects 10.43 grams per ton gold over 17.3 meters at Upper Canada. They go on that they announced results from an additional 66 surface diamond drill holes, which totaled 21,000 meters from the 2010 drill program completed on its 100% owned Upper Canada property located in Gauthier Township, Kirkland Lake, Ontario. They go on that a total of 173 holes have now been reported targeting the large alteration zone that measures 300 meters by 2,000 meters, enveloping the past-producing Upper Canada mine. The first 107 holes were reported in news releases dated October 1st, 2009, February 16th, 2010, May 10th, 2010, and September 7th, 2010. Then they have assay results from the recent phase of drilling are listed in Table 1. Then they've got some highlights from that list in the included. In addition to that 10 grammer over 17 meters in the headline, they had another hole, for example, with 4 grams per ton gold over 19.2 meters. They had a hit with 2.37 grams per ton gold over 68 meters. So they're getting some combination there, really nice high grades and over thick intersections, and very promising results. Then there's a quote from Charles Page, who's the president and CEO of Queenston, who said, and I quote, "The recent phase of drilling at Upper Canada continues to produce positive results in the eastern and central portions of the deposit and has begun to extend the potential for open pit mineralization further west and north along the south branch of the Upper Canada Break. Significant gold mineralization has now been intersected over a length of 2 kilometers and remains open. The program continues with 3 drills, and the company will be adding more rigs in 2011 to provide the necessary information required to complete an initial mineral resource," end quote. Then they have some more details about the property and a table with all the various different drill hole intersections. Then they got a little mention here about Queenston. It's been a while since we talked about them, so they mentioned that Queenston is a Canadian mineral exploration and development company with the primary focus on its holdings in the historic Kirkland Lake gold camp that comprises 200 kilometers squared. The company has recently entered into a strategic alliance with Agnico Eagle Mines with the objective of advancing its key 100% owned gold projects, which include Upper Beaver, Upper Canada, McBean, Anoki, and Bidgood, at the Kirkland East project towards feasibility and ultimately production. The company has working capital of $85 million and no debt. So they did a really good job of wrapping things up there. That's all the information from the press release. They've got basically what they've outlined there is, first of all, they're a gold-focused company. They are involved in a well-known gold mining camp in Ontario, which is a mining-friendly jurisdiction. They have several targets in that area. They're moving those targets forward with the feasibility and trying to evaluate production. They've got a really good partner in a major in Agnico Eagle, and they've got plenty of cash to advance their project. So what we see going forward for them is the aggressive drilling to advance these projects, and with that kind of funding and the aggressive drilling, they should have a really good flow of news going forward. So, we expect to be talking about these Queenston in future shows as well, and they're on our radar screen, and we follow them closely. So, as we always recommend, we are big proponents of investors understanding the companies that they're considering and also investing in, and so we advise people to take a look at the company's website. Great place for you to start your homework and research and how to keep following what they're doing. And again, you can find that at queenston.ca. That's QUEENSTON.ca. That's their website, and great place to do your homework. So today's third company and final company today will be Bear Creek Mining. On the disclosure, we are shareholders of the company. I'm just going to close down a couple websites here. Yes, we are shareholders of the company. Our past coverage includes they are a featured company in our Allen Berry Reports email newsletter. In fact, they've been a long time company we've covered, happily covered, and the reason we're happy is that they've returned a lot of good results over the years. They were, in fact, one of the companies in our very first edition, which was on September the 19th, 2005. If you're watching this show on our website, just look above me and you can find their the link to the report section. In the report section, you can find that first edition, and you can probably look through several other editions because we talked a lot about Bear Creek over the years since we started the reports back in September of 2005. We've also had them on our YouTube channel on May the 5th, 2010 and October the 27th, 2010. Their website is bearcreekmining.com. That's BEARCREEKMINING.com. On the news release we're looking for on their website, they have a news section. Just click on the news section, and then we're going to the December 6th press release. And in that headline from that one, Bear Creek announces positive results from Phase 1 drilling at the Tasa Silver Gold Project, Peru. They go on that Bear Creek announced results for the 15 diamond drill holes from its Phase 1 drill program. The positive initial results, in conjunction with ongoing mapping and sampling on the property, will be evaluated to determine the scope of the Phase 2 drilling expected to start after the rainy season in Q2 2011. Tasa is located approximately, I think what they mean by that is they'll start drilling in 2011, Q2 2011. I don't think the rainy season is during Q2. But maybe give the company a call. That's always a good way to find information like that out if you're uncertain. These companies, in case of Bear Creek, I've spoken with their investor relations people in the past, and they've got a really good team there that can help you out with that. Then they go on in the press release. Tasa is located approximately 160 kilometers northwest and 230 kilometers south of the company's Santa Ana and Corani silver deposits, respectively. Santa Ana is on the permitting track following completion of a positive pre-feasibility study, and a feasibility study at Corani is expected in late 2011. Those are their key projects, Santa Ana and Corani, and now they've got this new Tasa discovery to talk about. In the press release, they also have a highlight of the drilling from this recently completed drilling. For example, one hole had a 60-meter intersection averaging 224 grams per ton silver, and it started from 24 to 84 meters. So you got some really nice grades there, nice thick intersection, and it's right at surface. Really good combination. Then they have another hole. They talked about a 40-meter intersection with 110 grams per ton silver, and that one starts from 2 meters and goes down to 42 meters. So again, really close to surface. Then they have a few more holes. They also noted that the wide-spaced initial drilling only partially tests the large mineralized diatreme breccia complex, which measures 1.5 kilometers by 800 meters. Every drill hole to date has encountered elevated silver with occasional gold values up to 1.24 grams per ton gold over 2 meters, and various intervals with plus 0.1 gram per ton gold. Numerous untested geochemical targets remain within the diatreme complex and sedimentary host rocks adjacent to the complex, which are now being targeted by geological mapping. They have a quote from Andrew Swarthorpe, who is the president and CEO of Bear Creek, who states, and I quote, "We are encouraged with the success rate, including 4 drill holes containing significant silver mineralization in our first round of widely spaced drilling in this very large target area. These positive early stage results, along with multi-phase nature of the volcanic diatreme complex at Tasa, as well as the presence of similar host sediments to the nearby Chuquipaca, I hope I said that right, gold discovery of Goldfields and Buenaventura provides significant potential to discover additional high-grade silver and gold zones within the largely untested property position and highly metal-endowed geological environment, end quote. Then later in the press release, they have more details about the drilling, and they have a table with all the various different drill holes. I'm looking to see if they note that they have any maps. I can't see if any maps are attached to that. You'll have to go to their website where you can find all that information. So that's all the key information from that press release. Some of the reasons that we like Bear Creek and have covered them for so long. We originally started out, what came to our attention originally for the company was that they had some very good intersections of silver in their project called Corani. That was back in September 2005, that was early stage discovery. And what also got us excited about the company was that it is run by a very strong management team led by Catherine McLeod Seltzer. Catherine and her team were the team that made the discovery of Arequipa and Arequipa was ultimately bought out back in the 1990s by Barrick, I believe. You might have to check your information there, but I think the price tag was something like $1 billion back in the 1990s. So they're very strong management team that's been made significant discoveries in the past, and then they started hitting these holes at Corani, and that combination of a strong team that's very active in Peru and had past success got why we included them back in 2005. Then since then they continue to advance the Corani. It's now got a very large resource of silver on that project, and then as they were moving the Corani project along, they started doing work and made the discovery of their Santa Ana project. And now, since then, the Santa Ana project has been advancing quite significantly. They mentioned it in that press release, and now they've got this new discovery. So they've really rewarded us quite handsomely over the years with success with the drill rig, and that's ultimately what we're looking for in any resource company. It's what gets us started following any resource company, and oftentimes if you find something serious with the drill rig or truth machine, it can continue to reward you, and that's definitely what Bear Creek has done. Now they are one of the largest, they have one of the largest resources of silver of any company that has yet to be developed. We really like their prospects going forward. And again, if you want to do your homework on the company, we always suggest you take a look at their website, which is bearcreekmining.com, where you can find plenty of information about Corani, Santa Ana, and now this new Tasa discovery. So that's a wrap on our In the News segment today. But before closing, we'd like to stress that this show and our reports are for information purposes only. We aren't making buying or selling recommendations. It's important for you to do your own research and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. We're always trying to grow our audience, and any efforts you make to let your friends that follow the markets know about our reports, our website, our shows would be greatly appreciated. We also greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch these shows. We know that everybody is busy these days, and we strive to produce a show that saves you time and brings you helpful, high-quality information. Our next show will be tomorrow. We're going to be doing a week in review type show. We always like doing those at the end of the week, and the best way to find out about all of our shows is if you subscribe to our email list. We send out notices whenever we're doing public speaking engagements or television interviews, these shows, our reports, and there's no charge to be on our email list. If you look above me on the website, you'll find a subscription. Just fill out the information and send that along, and we'll keep you up to speed on all the work that we do to provide reports and commentary on commodities and resource stocks. And we hope you can join us for our future shows. And also, if you want to check out our past shows, you can find that all and all of our reports and everything we do on our website at allenberryreports.com. We hope to see you soon. Have a great day.